Are you tired of the rat race in America? Are you ready to visit the motherland to relax and rejuvenate? Are you ready to explore all that Africa has to offer? Then check out the brand new Diversified Game Academy course, Prepare for My First Trip to Africa. Are you worried about being able to afford the trip? We got you. We will show you how to travel either on a budget or as a baller. Learn how to stress the value of the USD. Did you know that 100 United States dollars is worth over 1,000 South African rand or 10,000 Kenyan shillings or 54,250 West African CFA? Are you worried about taking your kids? Get the game from Kellen Cash, a bona fide world traveler, having traveled to almost 20 countries, several of those in Africa. Get the game on taking your kids on their first trips. Learn how to find the best tickets, get the visas, and plan your own adventures in Africa. Don't let Eddie Murphy have all the fun. Plan your own coming to Africa trip starring you, produced by you, and featuring you. If you are ready for a life-changing experience, sign up for our course today, Diversified Game Academy. Get prepared and purchase at diversifiedgame.com.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Make sure you pick up my two books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive-Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs and on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen, both of y'all, thank you for joining us on the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Let me go on and do something I should have did earlier, but my mind was elsewhere. Hope y'all day went good. Hope y'all day went real good. Going to get out here and share this stream out real quick to our people on the X platform, and shout out to all of them. We're going to have a great conversation this afternoon. And hope, everything we do here is going to be productive. It's nothing going to be not productive at all. Want to get through a few things. Number one, first of all, I want to thank everybody who is supporting us on the African Diaspora News Channel app. And if you're interested in doing that, you can do that in the Google Play and the Apple App Store. And then once you do that, you can hit create account and listen, the monthly price is $9.99. Okay. Why do we do like a subscription base instead of you see like YouTube? Okay. You can just create an account. It's free. Well, the reason why you can create an account is free on YouTube is because they have, basically Google dominates the ad space. I mean, they really dominate it. Right. And I know Google and DOJ is about to have I think they about to go to court over that, dominating ads and all kind of, not allowing other competition and with a search engine and all of that. So we don't have access to, what Google have. We had even a sliver of what Google have, and I'm not even saying a sliver. I'm saying, shoot, just a certain amount. we can go that route. And eventually I want to go that route, but we'd have to, have something like that. So we have the monthly price of $9.99. And, I feel personally that the content we make, if somebody value our platform, I don't believe $9.99 is something that's breaking the bank. I don't think that it's going to make somebody have to make a decision about, should I pay a car note or this? That I purposely didn't want to price it like that where it can be difficult, like a $20 a month or $25. No. I didn't want to do that, whatsoever. But upon discovering, just doing some research and everything, we do have a lot of people that support us at $9.99, but for some reason, I don't know why, a lot of those $9.99s for some reason aren't coming through, right? And I know y'all support, so if that's you, please check that up. We appreciate the support. We really do. We want to bring so many different things to the platform. In order for us to grow, like I said before, we got, I have to get out this chair and be behind the camera and working on some other things, and your support can help us do that. If we want to grow this thing, right? Because me in this chair all the time, it is great, and I still will be in this chair, but we can't grow unless I get out this chair a little bit more and get outside. There you go, getting outside, where we can go do different things or whatever. I got in contact. Well, one person contacted me about an interview, so I'm trying to see if this can happen. I'm not going to say who. I got to double check on that. Kellen, you know who I'm talking about if you're watching. Please double check on her on that date so I can call Brother Sharif. I think that'll be a good interview, because most of the time when I do my sit-down interviews, they do pretty good, thank God, for the most part. They do pretty good. And I'd rather do more sit-down interviews than actually just being in this chair. I like sitting down with people. But like, for instance, when I did those series of interviews in Chicago, that's travel. That's 2 plane tickets, me and Brother Sharif, 2 hotel rooms. We don't, one thing I don't do, ain't no man bunking in another man's room. We don't do that here. We would never do that here. If it's women traveling for some reason, they will have their own room. Nobody's sharing a thing. No, every man needs his space. So, then you got food, and you got to pay for either rental car, Uber, or whatever the case may be. We had to book a studio last time, right, to do these series of interviews. And that studio required us to have $1 million insurance policy, So I had to get that in order to even get into this studio. So I'm just saying things do, cost. So your support is great. These platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and all them other ones, you'll be like this. And then all of a sudden, the same content you're doing, it'll be like this. And good and well it's not that your subscribers dropped off. You can look in the analytics that your people didn't drop off. They manipulate these pages. But one thing they can't manipulate is if you support us on that app. That's what they can't manipulate. So that's why I keep pushing it so much, because that way we can really do what we need to do. All right. So Ethiopia trip. If you're going to Ethiopia, just make sure to keep up with that. That's coming up pretty quick. We almost done with September and everything. Also, the people on LinkedIn out of South Africa. I got a couple of people lined up as well. We video editors trying to line that up behind the scenes. So it's a lot. It's a lot I have on my plate, y'all. It's a lot. And to those of you who can't be patient, that's a problem in your life. Well, why don't you hurry up and get to the topic? Well, you know what? Life isn't about that. What I learned a long time ago is just enjoy the ride, enjoy the process, and you'll get there. But the more you're like, hurry up, you are never going to get nowhere in life with that hurry up. Because sometimes some things in life is hurry up and wait. How many of y'all recognize that, right? All right. So you say you like the lady from California. You say you interviewed. Sure. Oh yeah. You talking about Sister Shirley? Oh yeah. May she rest in power. I still think about that. She talked to me 2 weeks before she died. She was, battling, some, illness, and we talked about an hour and a half. And I told her, I say, well, look, hey, when you get on out of there, I say, hey, let's link up. We ain't linked up in a while, and she did get out because I saw her on Facebook and all of that. And she was out and at her house and all of that, you know, and then all of a sudden I got a message. You know, I was shocked when I got the message, like about a couple of weeks after she got out of the hospital, you know, she passed on. And I was like, oh man, I'm glad I answered that phone call, because what if I'll talk to her later? I would have never talked to her. I would never, you know, had the hour and a half conversation. The last conversation we ever had was an hour and a half, you know, so, and she was a trailblazer, because at that time, nobody wanted to hear nothing about no Trump or the things that basically, I wish she was here now. I wish she was here. She would be smiling because everybody hated her. Oh, you a sellout. You a this and that. Phil, why are you talking to that sellout lady? I'm like, how long? We black. I'm going to talk to black people, no matter what side of the aisle they on. And the one thing I liked about her, she was always talking about reparations and talking about black people. And really, she kind of started slowly opening my eyes about illegal immigration. It was her. Then I did an interview with a brother in California at the Taste of Soul, and he really went in about illegal immigration. And I'm like, for me, it was kind of foreign, because in Texas, I didn't really see it. But boy, in California, and now I got the education, LA, it's done. And that's why Chicago better fight, because you next. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, everything, A Hill, everything in due time, A Hill, everything in due time, everything in due time. All right, so let me go on and get to this thing here, this you know, let's go on and get let's go on and get Al for the week, and at least already then we're ready to go on and get started.
I have the courage to denounce the black bigot. I think Roy Ellis is no good, and I denounce the That's a lot of crap. Now, look, brother, you have your time. That's a lot of crap. Brother, and I got brother,
Count indictment in Manhattan that accuses him of diverting hundreds of thousands of dollars to his personal use after using fraud, grand larceny, and false business records to solicit funds from such diverse contributors as Don King, the boxing promoter, and Don Trump, the billionaire. Sharpton will be arraigned on state income tax charges later in Albany. In Manhattan Supreme Court, Reverend Sharpton was formally accused of taking in more than $250,000 for his national youth movement. The money allegedly was donated over a 3-year period to support youth programs, but State Attorney General Robert Abrams says lots of that cash went into Al Sharpton's pockets.
all the charges. They say stole money. Same charges that Dr. King had, same charges gone. Where's all of the mob money? Where's the ticket scale? This is disappointing. I thought they could do better. What about not filing for taxes? What about it? Black people don't owe no taxes. We ain't got no rights. They like my hair.
I still say in that part where he says about black people shouldn't owe no taxes. You know what? I agree with Reverend Al. I think we paid enough into the system. We built this country. So why in the world we should be paying taxes? You know what I'm saying? The Native Americans don't have to pay taxes. Why in the world we got to be paying taxes? You know what I'm saying? That would be one part of a reparations package to me. No taxes. All right. Make sure to go to vote.gov. Vote.gov, ladies and gentlemen. Vote.gov is very, very important to get registered to vote. What's the point of talking about some of the things we talk about if you're not registered to vote and to participate in this election? I actually went to the voter registration office myself this morning because I had my voter registration card. But when I moved, me and my wife updated our voter registration, but they send you a card to send back. Well, I got mine back. Something always tell me, go check your one online. So I go on the Texas site, I check. Okay, my wife's was cool, but mine was saying suspense. And I say, suspense, what is that? So basically I had to, when I go vote, I had to fill out the forms and all that, then I'm all good. I'm like, look, I don't feel like filling out no forms. So I called them and say, hey, look, I don't want to fill out those forms, and say, what can I do just to get rid of it quick? And you say, oh, you can just come up here and just fill out the paper and then we can take care of it quick. I say, okay. So I went this morning, boom. I had to run over there, you know, and got it taken care of. I actually saw a couple in there. It was an elderly white couple. They were very nice. They was registered to vote. You know, they say they moved from Huntsville, and, you know, they ain't been here in 10 years, so they was registered to vote. I say, well, you know, voting is very important, you know, and they was nice and cordial, elderly couple. Shout out to them that I talked to this morning. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Class in session. So make sure you participate, because sometimes I ask y'all for questions or answers, okay? And y'all need to participate. So you do remember all the situation with Trump saying they're eating the dogs and they're eating the cats or eating the pets. Now, J.D. Vance and Trump is the one that said that. It wasn't Black Americans. Prior to Trump saying that, I didn't find no videos of Black Americans saying anything about Haitian people about some dogs and cats. I went to look to say, okay, man, when he said that, I mean, I thought, he joking? I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I laughed about it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about it. I thought it was funny. But when I say, okay, in all seriousness, let's go see if this is true or not, right? Because, you know, Trump, he do the most, right? So as I went to look, the only thing that I could find was some cases was about geese and ducks. With some people, it wasn't every person, but with some people, I saw some of that. But Trump didn't mention geese and ducks. He mentioned dogs and cats and pets. Okay. Then there was a story about a woman, not in Springfield, but I think Canton, Ohio. She did actually kill, a cat, and she was sitting up there, actually eating it. But this woman was not a Haitian woman, and this woman was basically spaced out on drugs. She was high. Whatever she took made her do this to this animal. Okay. And the police was shocked. We covered that it was not in Springfield, it was Canton, and she was not Haitian. Okay, she was on drugs. The neighborhood actually knew this lady. So after that, I still haven't heard Black Americans coming out and saying Haitians are eating cats and dogs. I ain't heard that. Nobody's even really repeating that, right? So the ones who are repeating it is the folks, and it's them. They the one guy that started. Trump and Vance and all of them got that started, not Black Americans. I'm gonna repeat that again. Black Americans had nothing to do with this. But because Black Americans are kind of, as the old people say, staying in our amen corner, okay? We staying in the amen corner. We're not getting involved with nothing. We have ended our reign as the Avengers. We have ended our reign. We are no longer the Avengers. We're not assembling. We just kind of is going to be in this corner and try to fix our issues and problems in America. And I don't know why I thought this comment was so funny. This one person was upset and say, "Oh, y'all Black Americans and South Africans, y'all, we talking about the black ones. Oh, y'all made for each other. Y'all just alike." And I get, because he was talking about immigration, right? And I don't know, it just popped in my head. I'm like, well, if you don't want people flooding your country, then yeah, South Africans have a right to say that. But Black Americans are in the amen corner. But some people are upset about this. Not just one group, but many groups, right? When the Palestine-Israel conflict happened, Black Americans said, hey, we don't know enough, because no matter what we say, we're wrong. We don't want to be accused of being anti-anything. So we're going to stay in our amen corner, mind our Black American business, because we got a lot of business to fix in that corner, right? And this is the first time that collectively Black Americans have just said, we're going over here. And we're going to let everybody handle their issues and problems, whatever they are. And immediately we start seeing people get online saying, hey, Black Americans, why aren't you saying anything about what's happening in Gaza? And some Black Americans jumped out there, but it was not the response they wanted, right? They wanted all of us to Avengers assemble, right, and go out and speak for them. And so some of them tried to shame us. Like, hey, once again, we don't know enough. Because we don't live in that region. We don't know the full history. We don't want to speak ill of any group because we don't be accused of being anti-anything. You understand? So we're going to focus on what we know is Black American issues, Black American business. Then you've seen people like Michael Rappaport, the actor, come out saying that why Black Americans didn't say anything about what happened in Israel. Once again, Why are you telling us that? What, Juliana Margulies talking about Black Americans, remember that? Saying why we aren't saying anything. Once again, we don't know enough. We don't live there. We're not the U.S. government. We're not involved in any of that. We trying to survive in America, right? So we were once again in our amen corner trying to figure out our issues and problems. Finally, this is why we're getting more done, because when we were sitting up here being the Avengers, we wasn't taking care of home. Now we're starting to take care of home. Now you're starting to notice we're starting to get a little bit more progress now because we're taking care of home, right? That's kind of like even the scriptures teach. You know, how you gonna take out the plank out your brother's eye and you ain't took the one out your eye. They first take the one out your eye first, then you can see clearly enough to take the plank out of somebody else's eye. So what we working on is taking our stuff out, getting ourselves straight first. Then we can see clearly enough to speak on other issues. That is the righteous way to be. But people are so used to our voice. People feel that they have a right to our voice. They have a right to our movement. They have a right to our spirit. They have a right to it. You understand? Yeah, people saying, well, we stood up for George Floyd and this and that and the third. Okay, but we didn't beg nobody to come stand up for George Floyd either. We didn't beg nobody to come stand up for Michael Brown. We didn't beg nobody to go stand up for Freddie Gray. We didn't beg nobody to go stand up for Trayvon Martin, because I covered all these stories I'm telling you about. And I didn't see Black Americans say, please speak up for us. Please. You mean, like, why don't y'all say anything? We didn't never said that, because I would remember it. We stood on business on our own. Always Black Americans had to stand on business on our own. Nobody came and helped us like that. Now, and some of these people that, like, let's go back to George Floyd. All them people that came out of George Floyd, that was an opportunity for them to get out of the house because they had cabin fever. They didn't care about George Floyd. They didn't care about George Floyd like that. I'm not saying some didn't, but the majority didn't really care about George Floyd. But by the time we came out and do what we was doing and electrified the world, the whole world started jumping on the situation with George Floyd. From America all the way into Europe, you saw George Floyd rallies in Germany, Netherlands, other European countries. You saw George Floyd rallies and being spoke about in Nigeria, South Africa. You've seen the African Union talking about George Floyd because of our electrifying voice and presence and just who we are. And it's not that we begged anybody. We just touched the world like that. And that's why people want us to speak. That's why. Now let's go to the Haitian situation. This one sister here is disappointed. She's disappointed in Black Americans. Now, I will say this woman doesn't represent all Haitians, and make sure to do my disclaimer. She doesn't represent all Haitians. I'm not saying her opinion is what all Haitians think. Shout out to the brothers and sisters in Haiti right now fighting for your homeland. Shout out to the Haitians in America that's cool with Black Americans. I've met plenty of you in Florida. Shout out to you. But we got to talk about this. All right, so let's go ahead and cue this up.
Haitian Americans are extremely disappointed in Black America. Maybe not all, maybe it's just the Haitian people that I know. But I'm telling you, they're extremely disappointed in Black America. Because the way we would really love to handle this whole, they're eating cats, they're eating dogs, the xenophobia, the racism that's coming up against Haitian people right now, the way we would love to handle it, the way we know to get results, we're not able to do it. And it's not because we can't do it, or it's not because we don't want to do it. It's because we understand that a lot of Black Americans, you all have been raised with this mentality that a white man will hurt you, and then you'll go to court and beg another white man for justice. You'll beg another white man for your humanity, even when you can tell after generations that white people will never give it to you. As a matter of fact, the little bit of humanity they were willing to acknowledge, they're now trying to take it away from you and take your back to slavery. Haitians are revolutionaries. It's in our blood. It's in our DNA. All right. I made a video not long ago where I said, you will never see a white man or woman call a Haitian person in their face because everybody around would murder them, and when the police show up, no one knows what happened. And if you ever see that person live, it's because the Haitian people are going to follow him to his house or her house and end their bloodline right then and there. That's the energy that Haitian people be on. But you see, we can't really be on it like that in America, because America, not many Black Americans actually want freedom, and they love podcasts. They all have social media. All the ones who have been buck broken with this slave mentality have social media. They have platforms, or they're in positions of power. They are there to pacify the rest of Black America. So whenever something happens, like your young Black men get lynched, or a black man is about to get executed for a crime that he did not commit, and they know he did not commit it, when those things happen, Haitians want to do it in the way that we know how to do it. But if we start this revolution, the worst thing in the world is for us, if we were to ever start this revolution and we see Black Americans, y'all would rather stay home.
All right. So that's sister's opinion. So you know me, let's cue it back up, and we're gonna stop it at certain points, because there's a lot she said here. So let's go.
Haitian Americans are extremely disappointed in Black America. Maybe not all, maybe it's just the Haitian people that I know. But I'm telling you, they're extremely disappointed in Black America. Because the way we would really love to handle this whole, they're eating cats, they're eating dogs, the xenophobia, the racism that's coming up against Haitian people right now, the way we would love to handle it, the way we know to get results, we're not able to do it. And it's not because we can't do it, or it's not because we don't want to do it. It's because we understand that a lot of Black Americans, you all have been raised with this mentality that a white man will hurt you, and then you'll go to court and beg another white man for justice. You'll beg another white man for your humanity, even when you can tell after generations that white people will never give it to you. As a matter of fact, the little bit of humanity they were willing to acknowledge, they're now trying to take it away from you and take your back to slavery.
Okay. All right. That was a lot right there in itself. Oh, God. Okay. How is Black Americans standing in the way of you fighting for your community? I'm trying to figure that out. I haven't seen a bunch of Black Americans say, hey, we're going to get out there and stop the Haitians from doing anything that they want to do. Where is he? I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but is any Black Americans out there trying to prevent this sister and other Haitian people from standing up and fighting back? Because I'm sorry, that is completely fabricated. I don't know where that come from. You're disappointed in Black Americans? Like, what is your disappointment about? Like, seriously, we're not standing in your way. No, what it is, let me interpret what you're saying. We're disappointed Black Americans won't stand up for us so we could kind of hide behind them like every other group has done. See, Black Americans say, hey, wait a minute, this is other Black people and this is wrong. So let's go ahead and say something. And what normally happens is it start off with we're standing together, and all of a sudden you slide behind, and then we're at the front, and you're kind of cheerleading from behind. And then when all the tanks come out, all the tear gas and everything else come out, then we're getting it. We're getting criminally charged. We're getting all kind of things, and why everybody else falls back. You understand? And then after we help fight for this is not just one group. We're talking about all groups. After we help fight for you, then when your people get in Congress, they don't stand on business for Black Americans. Say, hey, wait, Black Americans help me. Black Americans did this. Black Americans did that. Matter of fact, when you come to this country, sis, you don't come and say, hey, let's get with Black Americans. Let's live together in a community. Let's build. Let's do some real Black empowerment. I'm coming from Haiti. We here. Hey, let's work together. No, you separate yourself. You delineate yourself from Black America. Right? You delineate yourself. How many people have talked about little Haiti? And listen, if you delineate, okay, well, you're going to have to stand on that delineation. We've told y'all for a long time, hey, why y'all separating yourself? We supposed to work together. We all Black, right? How many years have Black Americans said that? They have said it Years after year after year after year again in America, they have said it. But what a lot of you do, you come here and you separate yourself. You don't, matter of fact, not only you separate yourself, some of you don't even want to marry Black Americans either. Oh, I can't marry a Black American. Oh no. Boy, my family be mad if I marry a Black American. So, but your family not mad if you go marry Brad or Becky, them same people. They say Black Americans is the issue, but Brad or Becky, they can come on in there all day long. They accept it. Okay, cool. When you delineate yourself, and remember, y'all have to remember this. It's not just Haitians. Y'all have to remember, all of you African and Caribbean immigrants that came here, you separated yourself from Black America. You put yourself away from us. You said that. And I'm not saying all of you feel a certain way. That's not what I'm saying. But we talking about reality. We talking about a collective. You have delineated yourself. And we told you for years that delineation for you is not going to work, because the day going to come where the folks going to be after you, and you're not going to have no help from Black America. And now what we have prophesied is starting to happen. Now you're saying, hey, where the brothers at? Where Black people at? And now Black people saying, remember, we're in our amen corner. We didn't start it. So there's no reason to be disappointed in Black Americans. We didn't start that. We didn't say nobody was eating dogs and cats. We're not even saying it now. Go handle that with Trump. Go handle that with J.D. Vance. Go handle that with the media. Y'all need to go handle it with them. I'm just saying. And it's not xenophobia or none of that. It's just saying this. Handle it. You said that we won't get to the rest of what you said. Now, you mentioned about putting us back in slavery. I haven't met no white people in America that's talking about putting us back in slavery. I haven't met no Republicans talking about it. I haven't met no white Democrats talking about it. What are you talking about putting us back in slavery? And let me tell you something else. If they were to put us in slavery, do you think you wouldn't go into it? You think you would be exempt from the slavery? Oh, you be going in slavery with us. So what are you talking about? Like that's a threat for us, and that's not a threat for you? You'll be in slavery too. I don't know why y'all think that y'all so different that when them folks really want to get they don't treat y'all better. They do not. They'll let me tell you what they do. They'll play the game with you and they'll tell you, oh, you're better than Black Americans. But if you really study your situation economically, you study your situation in the criminal justice system, you just really study your situation, you're not above anything. Well, we got more college degrees and we got families and we got businesses and this and that and the third. That Black Americans been doing that. That's not impressive. Like having a job, getting a degree, we built whole institutions. I mean, call me when you invent open heart surgery. Call me. But let's continue.
Haitians are revolutionaries. It's in our blood. It's in our DNA. All right. I made a video not long ago where I said, you will never see a white man or woman call a Haitian person in their face because everybody around would murder them. And when the police show up, no one knows what happened. And if you ever see that person live, it's because the Haitian people are going to follow him to his house or her house and end their bloodline right then and there.
Ma'am, y'all not doing that to white people. Oh, don't lie. Don't lie. Y'all are not. You can't listen. Y'all not putting a hand on white people. I know that much. Because if y'all really were putting your hand on them, it'll be all on the news. You're lying. Now, you say you're a revolutionary. Okay, 1804, yes, but 2024, why aren't you over there with barbecue and helping him? Now, if we really want to talk about Haiti, Haiti is ran by a billionaire oligarchs who are white. They live very well in Haiti, and they keep the chaos going in Haiti too. So you got Black people living in shambles while the white people are living great in Haiti. They're living great. They're running Haiti. So if any revolution need to happen, it don't need to happen in the United States of America. It needs to happen in Haiti. That's where the revolution need to happen. That is your homeland that your ancestors fought for. You need to go over there and fight for your homeland. It's not xenophobic to say you have a homeland literally right next door and you letting the folks run it into the ground while your people is suffering in Haiti. Be revolutionary over there. If we need to do something here in America, as the foundation of America, the architects of America, we'll handle that. Don't start. No, Black America's not going to join you for that. Because join you for what? We're not going to be going out there just. That sounds silly to me. And you better watch your mouth because them folks listening to you when you talk like that. All right, let's continue.
That's the energy that Haitian people be on. But you see, we can't really be on it like that in America because America, not many Black Americans actually want freedom and they love podcasts.
Okay. Your excuse is you can't be on fighting for your people in America because Black Americans, I guess, have a slave mentality. Okay. Let me humor you. Okay. Every Black American got a slave mentality. Okay, cool, including me. Fine. How does that stop you, though? How does that stop you from fighting for Haitian people? No. What it is you playing some reverse psychology. You trying to insult us kind of like that. Man, y'all won't stand up against these white people. Y'all cowards. See, we Haitians, we'll stand up, but y'all scared. Oh, I bet you won't come out and say nothing to them because you scared. That's what that is. Or I ain't scared. All right, well, come on out here with me then and show these people. Like, wait a minute. Donald Trump didn't say nothing about me. Why I got to go say something? Like J.D. Vance said, listen, when J.D. Vance and Trump say something about Black Americans, then we'll deal with J.D. Vance and Trump. But he said something. And then technically, he said they are eating the dogs and eating the cats and eating the pets. He said they. He didn't say Haitians. He didn't say the word Haitians. He said they. The media started quickly saying Haitians. So the question is, why don't you ask the media why they said Haitians immediately? Because he said they. He didn't say Haitians. So it's kind of like if you're in a court of law, it says civil suit, and you want to say, oh, I'm going to sue Trump for saying that. All they got to do is play the tape where he says they are eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, they're eating the pets of the people that live there. The media starts saying, he's talking about Haitians. So the question is, why aren't y'all talking about the media that put Haitians' name in it? That's the question. And the media kept saying over and over, he's talking about Haitians, Haitians, Haitians. He didn't say Haitians. If somebody say they, I'm like, well, he ain't talking about me. So I don't care what you're talking about. Now, you say Black folk, Black American, then we'll deal with that. Y'all should have never responded to that. That, be honest with you, that would have been the wise thing to do. It's like, man, ain't worried about that. He even mentioned Haitians. He said they. Who is they? Ask Trump who is they. When he say who they is, we'll deal with it. But the media is the one that's actually being racist. The media is the one that's actually being xenophobic, saying Haitians when Trump never said Haitians. But that listen, just listen more than you speak sometime. It gets you a little further in life. Or am I wrong, ladies and gentlemen? Am I wrong? Do I still have that here? I wonder if I still got that here. I don't think I have that clip here right now. Hold on. I'm gonna pull that clip up. I got it in here somewhere. Just so nobody can say, well, Phil lying. Hold on. Cause you know me, I'm a receipt person. Give me a second. I'm gonna find it. I know it's kind of been back a few weeks or so. Just give me a second. I'll find it. Okay. All right. Is this it?
Why do you believe it's appropriate to weigh in on the racial identity of your opponent?
I don't, and I don't care. I don't care what she is. I don't care. You make a big deal out of something. I couldn't care less. Whatever she wants to be is okay with me.
But those were your words, so I'm asking.
I don't know. I mean, all I can say is I read where she was not black, that she put out, and I'll say that. And then I read that.
Started. He was a black other, a friend.
No, it's not the clip.
We see
Sorry,
in
wrong
each
one
other
about the race deal. Hold on, I'm gonna get to the dogs and cats. Just give me a minute. I gotta scroll down a little bit further. I thought that was it. Where is it, ladies and gentlemen? Where is it? Where is it? Hold on. Cause we gotta prove something. Black men, Kamala. Where is it? Where is it? God, where is it? Where is it? I know I got it in here somewhere. Is this it? Hold on. Hopefully this is it. Hopefully.
Well, first of all, I absolutely support, and over the last 4 years as vice president, private health care options. But what we need to do is maintain and grow the Affordable Care Act. But I'll get to that, Lindsay. I just need to respond to a previous.
Finally passed red flag laws, universal.
God, man, I'm not finding that clip. Anytime I'm looking for certain clips that pop in my mind, I just want to make sure that I'm quoting. Is this it?
Well, I think we should take the word of the city manager and the mayor.
Nope, not the clip. I'm not happy right now, ladies and gentlemen, because I should be able to find that clip, and I had it in here, and I just cannot find the one about the cats and dogs. God, man. Closing statements. Let's see, is this it?
Harris, thank you. President Trump, on that point, I want to get your response.
Well, I would like to respond.
Let me just ask, though, why did you try to kill that bill, and successfully so? That would have put thousands of additional agents and officers on the border.
First, let me respond as to the rallies. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go.
I think this is it right here.
And
Finally found it.
The people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there, and then showing them in a different light. So she can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible. What's going on here, you're going to end up in World War III, just to go into another subject. What they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
All right, so we found it. He said they, not Haitians. They are eating the dogs. They are eating the cats. They are eating the pets. He didn't say Haitians. It was the media immediately said Haitians. So, sister, you need to get at the media for putting y'all name in their mouth and lying on Trump, because he didn't say, because if you say they, I don't know who they is. They don't refer to me. So I'm not going to sit up here and deal with anything. See now, how does it go from they to Haitians to, oh, black Americans need to say something? Like, come on, man. Come on. It took me a little bit to find the clip, but come on. Come on, man. See, we do our due diligence over here, so we just don't make up lies, right? Even though people like to lie on me. They got people that love to lie on me. I don't know why.
They all have social media. All the ones who have been buck broken with this slave mentality have social media. They have platforms, or they're in positions of power. They are there to pacify the rest of Black America. So whenever something happens, like your young Black men get lynched, or a black man is about to get executed for a crime that he did not commit and they know he did not commit it, when those things happen, Haitians want to do it in the way that we know how to do it. But if we start this revolution, the worst thing in the world is for us, if we were to ever start this revolution and we see Black Americans, y'all would rather stay home.
All right. So I guess I'm buck broken too. Well, she's buck broken. She has a platform. I mean, so this is what we doing. So basically what she's saying in so many words, why don't y'all use y'all microphones? Why don't y'all use your microphones to speak about us and our situation and our issues? There are plenty of Haitians that have microphones. You got Kodak Black. He's Haitian. Why isn't he like speaking up about Trump? Well, he probably won't because Trump got him out of jail. He'd be rotting in jail right now and be for Trump. So you forget him saying something. I mean, come on. I wouldn't say nothing about Kodak Black. Like, man, that man got me out of jail, man. I'm chilling. I bet you Puffy, I know Puffy probably thinking like, man, I hope Trump get in there, man. Hopefully he can give me a pardon or something. That's what probably Puffy hoping right now. If they put him in, if they sentence him, and Trump can, because he's on a federal level, Trump can maybe get him out. I don't know, but yeah. And the thing is, you say if you starting a revolution, whatever that may be, I don't know what that means. Why us sitting at home will stop you? So just say we can't do nothing without Black Americans. We can't. We need the A-team. And we don't have the A-team, we don't have the Avengers out there, then it won't be done. Just admit that. Listen, I respect it a lot more if you just admit it. But it's that pride that won't let y'all admit, or at least her, won't let her admit it, that we need Black Americans. Listen, the world needs Black Americans. The world. This is why the world is kind of looking at us sideways. Or you see the Palestinian people running up in Black churches, running up in Black people's reparation rallies, and anything with Black people talking about Palestine, screaming about Palestine. There's no Black American that's involved with any of that. Once again, we don't know enough of that, right? But what y'all bum rushing us and talking about your issues. Hold on, I was kind of looking at something on the screen. That's why I kind of froze there for a minute. He said the revolution need to be in. Yeah, like, look, I don't want no parts of no revolution either. What revolution are you talking about? Man, listen, we trying to get some reparations. We trying to get an anti-Black hate crime bill. Well, I don't know if she fled or her parents fled. At her age, probably her parents. She's probably first generation. Just safe to say, when you see them that young, she's probably first generation. So that'd probably be more so a question to her parents. But if you got that spirit in you, then your homeland should be calling you back to say, hey, we need to get the land right. We need to set our country back in order and honor our ancestors from 1804. Don't be telling us nothing about, basically, you want us to make your life comfortable. And then we make your life comfortable. We take the slings and arrows and the jail sentences and all of that. And then after we beaten and broken, you go back to little Haiti and you go back to living your life good while you're comfortable again. Listen, let me tell you something. If Black people can't be comfortable, I want everybody not comfortable. Straight up. And if Black people can be comfortable, I want everybody to be comfortable. That's how I feel about that. Because why is it that we should be uncomfortable? Everybody else is living great and not having no stress, no problems, no nothing. Forget that. Either we all be in peace or we all be in calamity. I prefer peace, but it's not going to be, listen, we're not choosing violence. We're not choosing pain and suffering for other groups no more. Sorry. I support you, though. If you out there, I'll support you. And I'll say, man, look, any kind words I can give you, I'm going to give you. I'll pray for you because I know you can do it. You can do it. But as of right now, we're going to have to kindly decline. We're going to have to stay in the house because we're trying to figure out Black America's issues. Because, you know, people have said that, you know, we're lazy and, you know, we're committing crimes and all kinds of things that people have said about us. and stay away from, the Akata and all that kind of stuff, right? So what we're trying, now Haitians don't use that word, but what we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out our laziness. We're working together to get the jobs right in our community. We're trying to get our education. We're trying to figure this crime thing out. We're working to try to get rid of the crime. So because we're trying to work to get rid of the crime and we're trying to all get some jobs or businesses so we can't be lazy no more, it's a full-time job. So we don't really have time to step out of our communities and things like that to fight other battles, because we want to make sure to end the laziness epidemic in the black community, and we want to end the crime. We got to figure out, what's going on with Diddy. We got to handle that. We don't know what's up with that, so we got to figure that stuff out over there with Diddy. Make sure that Diddy didn't do nothing he wasn't supposed to do, or what's going on with Diddy. We don't know, but we discussing this Diddy over here and trying to figure out why he bought so much baby oil. Maybe he just wanted to start his own baby oil line or something. I don't know. And he was selling it, repackaging it and maybe selling it online. I don't know. He just wanted to stock a baby oil. We're trying to figure that out, right? We got a lot of stuff we're trying to figure out. So we don't have time. We just don't have time. We still on the baby oil mission. We're trying to figure that out. Diddy not distracted me. If Diddy can distract you, then you won't have much going on. He ain't distracted me. I can look at Diddy and 1,000 other things too at the same time. I'm always watching and listening. Diddy is not a distraction. He's a distraction for himself at this point. I wouldn't want to be Diddy right now. Listen, to go from the lap of luxury to a sale, oh man, that alone will send you into a mental health crisis. That alone. You have the best food. You have access to all the women you want. And in Diddy's case, all the pussy he wants. The drugs he's using. He can go take vacation. He can, be around his kids. He can do his music. He can do whatever he wants, right? Now, did everything Diddy do in his life was bad? No, not at all. But you know how that thing is, the bad can outweigh the good. Did Diddy say some things that I said, man, did he right about that? Yeah, he did. You can't say he didn't say nothing good, but he did some things he shouldn't have. The situation with the freak offs, I mean, it's not illegal to do a freak off, I guess, as long as you're not forcing people against their will, as long as you're not trading monetary value or, from what they said about that charge he got, the promise of something in exchange for, So basically what we learn about the federal code is, some of you fellas out there, you learn this, you can get charged with trafficking for telling a girl, well, I need some rent money. I'll pay you rent, but I need something else. Technically, by the federal law, you can get charged for trafficking for doing that, Mr. Otis. So, Mr. Otis, stop trafficking, Mr. Otis. Paying that girl's car note, and you talking about you need something else, telling her to get in that bed. Yeah, Mr. Otis trafficking too. Yeah, the Mann Act, that was written for Jack Johnson, a black man. Now, where your Democrat friends at to say the Mann Act is a racist law? Some of y'all flying out these little women. Some of y'all better stop that. They say trafficking over state lines. I guess you better go in, you better find you some women in the state you at, so you won't be trafficking them over state lines. You say Diddy is a real booty bandit. Yeah. Diddy and Fleece Johnson, huh? Shout out to Fleece. Yeah, Mr. Otis be trying to get it in with them young women that be them little young single mothers, that be needing some money. Mr. Otis a little perv. He got money. He got his retirement. Maybe he old enough to get a pension, because pension's not around no more. Mr. Otis, maybe he by himself now, so he said he gonna go trick off in the project somewhere with them sexy red types, and they want their rent paid. And also, Mr. Otis can trick off with some of these professional women too. Don't get that twisted. Some of these professional women are just as ratchet as Sexy Red. You know, that's one thing I never understood. Even to this day, I can't understand it. You can have a woman that is a freaking doctor, and she is, you know, she's very book smart. She know her stuff. She's smart, but yet in her free time, she is hella ratchet. I never understood that. It never matches up for me. It throws me completely off. You saying cash money? Listen, you trade any money for. Listen, I tell people this. It's lame to be paying women to do anything. Like, think about it. Diddy status. What most? I mean, like, I get the game that got lame because, man, nobody wanted to be known as a trick. You know, we live in the area of tricks and fiends. Tricks and fiends. And the reason why I say fiends, because it's popular to be a fiend now. And that's why I think one time we talked about this before, like a lot of these guys are like, we talking about black people now. A lot of these guys today, you look at these young boys, they have no muscle tone. They look like a fiend a lot of the time, right? And back in the day, that's why I say, what happened to black women? Because back in the day, you couldn't look like a fiend. A black woman like, ugh, I don't want no dude like that. And at the same time, all this Brad stuff, like, the sisters would be like, oh, hell no, I ain't dating no Brad. He lame. Like, being lame was a big thing. You did not want to be lame. So if you dated a Brad, that made you lame and he was lame because he couldn't dress. He can't get down. He can't do anything, right? So you didn't want to be looked at as lame, especially as a woman, right, with the Brads. Then if you a dude, you didn't want to be out here looking like a fiend. Because I think about it, the crackheads back in the day, that's how some of these dudes are looking today. They looking like fiends, and really they are fiends, but they not using crack, but they're using other things, right? They're popping pills and doing this and that and the third, and it's just shriveling them up. You say your grandma say fair exchange is not armed robbery. Well, you know, this the issue. You know, back in grandma's time, it wasn't no record. What I mean by that, these cell phones is a record. Why you think when they do search warrants, what they want? They want this phone. This is an ultimate record. All your text messages you sending people, you sitting up here setting up the freak offs with S workers on this freaking phone. All of it's in this phone. That's why they let us have these phones. That's why they let us have the internet like we do, because it makes their job a lot easier when they want to come at you. I mean, these dudes are setting this stuff up, not even using burner phones. Then Puffy recorded all the mess and had it in his house? How you record all the freak-offs and had it in your house? Like, you don't keep the evidence in your house? That's like robbing a bank and then keeping all the money in your house. Like, bro, you got all the evidence right there, but, you know, he didn't think he never would get caught. Oh, girl, yeah, she had her own microphone. Yeah. But want us to speak, right? Yeah, we have a digital trail now, not a paper trail, a digital trail. It's digital. That's why the first thing they do is want to subpoena your phone. Because they know you wrote some text messages. They know you said something on your app, something. And even all these apps, Facebook, whatever, man, they'll get your Facebook account, they get your X account, they'll get your Instagram, wherever you talking, and they know you talking, they're gonna subpoena and get all the messages you were sending. So that's why I just tell people, just don't commit no crime. Just don't commit no crime. See, if Puffy was a deviant like that, Puffy should just move to Vegas. See, getting S workers in Vegas is actually illegal. He should just move to Vegas. And that way he would have never got charged with trafficking, at least. He would have never got charged. You know, if you're going to be a deviant, I guess, follow the law. Yeah, tricking. Yeah, they like to trick. They love to trick. Yeah, Puffy should have just moved to Vegas, got him a big spot out there, and made relationships with all the brothels, and then Puffy could have been all right. You know, he could have paid his trick tab because Puffy was paying a big trick tab too. You know, because like what Lil Rod said, Puffy was paying a trick tab to Carisha. He was paying a trick tab to that Daphne Joy, female 50 Cent baby mama, the Filipino one. Yeah, he was paying trick tabs. He should have just moved to Vegas and he'd been good. No, being a freak is not a crime, but paying S workers and flying them out over across state lines is. So I'm saying in Las Vegas is not illegal. So, and that's like the central of that, right? Sin City. He should have moved to Vegas and stayed his behind out there. Now the drug thing, that's another thing that can get, well, he didn't get charged with drugs. There's no drug charges on there, no narcotics. That's the interesting part. No narcotics. So, yeah, he's in a world of trouble. You say, Mama Deb, you say you like to advertise. Who do you contact? Just email, go to our website, the contact page. And I think they got a section on there that says you want to advertise. And then send it to me, and I'll forward it to Kellen. And then Kellen will get in contact with you for that. And, y'all didn't know that about Vegas? Look it up. Don't believe me? Look it up. In Las Vegas, it's allowed. That's about one of the only places in America it's allowed. But still, tricking is like, why do you think when you go, if you ever stayed in Vegas, why do you think they got them books in there where they basically can just dial up a trick? Basically, they got books in there where you can just open it up and say, oh, okay, well, that's fine. Let me call her up. Why do you think they got that in the hotels? It's legal. If it was illegal, they wouldn't do that. You know, yeah, that's why they call it Sin City. You're right, 100%. That's why they call it Sin City. So, you know, y'all do what y'all want to do. Like I said, I prefer my soul and my right standing. Y'all, let me tell you something. It's better get you one good woman and stay with her than be doing all that mess, all that tricking. You don't know what these people got. You can catch something. Listen, let me tell you something. That Mpox they talking about. You can say a lot of that's being transferred too through sexually as well. So you don't know what you're gonna get, man, from people these days. You better get you one woman and be faithful and stay with her as a man. Don't be tricking. Don't be tricking, because that's illegal. Tricking is illegal in most places, like I say, except Las Vegas. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the live stream. Greatly appreciated. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the like button. That's very important. And we'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time right here on African Diaspora News Channel. And 10 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight, we'll have our podcast going as well. So you can join us over there at 10 p.m. Central Standard